Since our second conference way back in 2018, we've seen some progress. To note, a 2019 Supreme Court decision in Kansas giving Kansans the right to body autonomy. That was a huge victory for us. We've seen some more glass ceilings shattered, among them the Vice President of the United States, Kamala Harris. The move to the Supreme Court by, I'm wondering if we're going to ultimately refer to her by her initials, but for now, we'll call her Ketanji Brown Jackson. That was a huge first. But let us also admit that we've seen some setbacks, some old threats grow, some new threats emerge. So the work is never done. You will see our mission listed on the second page of your handouts for those of you that are new, but let me boil it down into its simplicity. Women for Kansas is about educating ourselves on the issues we care about, and yes, facts still matter. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. To discover actions and to empower each other to take action, and lastly, to continue to build our networks and our alliances. That is exactly our purpose for today's conference as well. The first thing you're going to see when you look at the program, excuse me, on page 5 is what we weren't able to cover, and we weren't, excuse me, who we weren't able to include in the program. We are well aware of that. We had lots of debates about what we could and couldn't do. But know this, you will see the entire range of issues we care about and the voices we value throughout the year in Women for Kansas. And we hope today will be a platform and a catalyst to continue our work through 2022 and beyond. I want to acknowledge very quickly that it takes a village to put a conference like this together, and we are very good at sharing leadership tasks. On page 2, you will find a long list of people we give special thanks to, including some businesses, and particularly to those of you attending who stepped up with a bronze, a silver, or a gold donation for the cause. We thank you very, very much. On other pages, you will see the Women for Kansas leadership team. Everyone on that team worked hard on this conference. You will see the Women for Kansas Foundation. They helped to underwrite the cost of the conference so we could keep the cost as low as possible. And, excuse me, lastly, you will see our all-important chapter leaders. And if you're a chapter leader, would you go ahead and just raise your hand? You're listed, but you can at least see who's at your table. As always, we're good at multitasking as women, right? So parallel to what's going on in here, I hope you already saw the Ruth Bader Ginsburg silent auction. Lynn said to remind all of you that you cannot buy those things anymore. So your investment is only going to increase. So bid a lot on that. I hope you have already found our Vote No signs. Every one of you can take home at least one sign and perhaps more. That's all negotiable. But we're not charging for that, but we are encouraging your donations to help cover the cost. And lastly, let's see. I hope during the day, is Lynn in the room right now? Lynn Steffen? Okay. Lynn is on her own undertaking a massive targeted postcard campaign to vote no. And she has a very ambitious goal of targeting, I think, at least 15 counties, perhaps more, including the Wichita area. So please ask her about that if you're interested in helping with that project. Okay, so we've got just a few minutes, but I want to start our networking objective. So it's too numerous to mention, but I looked last night and more than 50 towns and cities are represented in this room. So we got the geographic diversity we were hoping for. So congratulations to all of you. You know, it's always hard being an elective office. It's hard for women to run and get elected, but even more so during the pandemic and as partisanship got more extreme. So I want to recognize the elected officials who are registered and hopefully in this room. If I call your name, please stand up. Senator Mary Ware, Senator Oletha Faust Godot, not here yet. Senator Gail Finney. Sorry. I just gave you a promotion, didn't I? Yeah. That's okay. And later we'll have Governor Kelly, and we think Treasurer Lynn Rogers is going to stop by this afternoon as well. I want to also ask, I know we have at least one, if you are currently running for public office, would you please stand up? And that includes Kelly Grant, who is running for Sedgwick County Commissioner in my district. Anybody else we've got running for office? Okay, and if you have been an office holder, would you please stand up? Because you have the scars to prove it. All right. And if you are seriously thinking about running for office, we really want to know who you are. Does anybody want to stand up? Not yet. All right. So we want to get on with our speaker, but I have a 1-minute assignment for you. At your tables, find out, if you don't already know, everybody's name at your table, and sometime during the day, exchange emails, okay? You have 1 minute to do that.
Stephanie. Sally.
Okay, do you have everybody's name? Okay, now you have a second assignment. And I'm going to allow you 3 minutes to do this. So you're going to come up with a headline, your headline. It can be good news in your community. It can be something you're worried about. It can be a mantra that you live by. So one of my headlines would be the old Mitch McConnell complaint. Nevertheless, she persisted, right? So exchange headlines around your table.
Stephen stinks.
Okay, wrap up your headlines, please. So if there's a really good one at your table, would you just shout it out in the back?
Wagner's Harpies meet to discuss
Wait, we can't hear. Stand up and try it one more time. Project, yes.
Wagner's Harpies meet to discuss the future.
Okay. All right.
There's a story. Representative Wagner would not meet with us. He sent a secret email to one of his staff members, but it got to Betty, and he called us Harpies.
I remember that. Well, we'll show him, won't we? All right, another good one.
Now he says women get paid less because men work harder.
Aha, that's a tried and true line, isn't it? Yeah. One more. Go over here and stand up, please.
Politics is the art of what's made possible.
Say amen, sisters. Politics is the art of the possible. Yes. And with us, anything is possible. One more.
When a job used to get done, put a woman in charge.
Put a woman in charge. All right. We'll try to take some more headlines throughout the day when we need a breather, okay?